And we're live.
You know, and you know what I like, what doesn't do things that like I would love for it to do, that doesn't take those risks, is Star Wars. And like, there's one point, I don't know if you guys saw The Last Jedi. It's the one that everyone hates.
Yeah.
There's this one point where like at the end, the bad guy, Kylo Ren, reaches out to the good guy, Rey, and he's like, take my hand. Forget all the Jedi stuff. Take my hand. And in the theater, I was like, because it was like, are you really going to take everything that makes Star Wars? The white guy, the good guys wear beige, the bad guys wear dark clothes, and you're going to flip that on its head? And then she was like, no. And then they just kept fighting again. And I was like, bro, if you guys would have done that, if you would have gone that harsh, like that thing where people will cry, not just like kill off the character like Han Solo beautifully, but do that major risk, I respect that. Like the last, I don't know if you're watching Marvel What If, but the latest Marvel What If is all the Avengers are dead. They're dying. It's like, what happens if like Tony Stark is assassinated right at the beginning, and then the Hulk is assassinated and Hawkeye is assassinated?
This is on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah. And I didn't like the first two episodes of What If were like interesting. They're kind of fun or whatever. But this third one is just this alternate reality. It felt like some of the risks DC takes with their TV shows and stuff, or their movies where they're like, we got to try something crazy to get the attention. And I like that. And Star Wars would never. And I wish they would have. I wish they had that chance to really take it somewhere else, and they didn't. Pussies. And then it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to go hardcore to like this angle for us where we never expected it, then just give us what we really want. Give me Luke Skywalker fighting fucking 10,000 stormtroopers. If you're not going to do something crazy risky, then do something like, you know, did you watch Mandalorian?
Yeah.
You saw season 2?
Yeah.
The ending of season 2, I saw that. I was like, thank you.
Oh.
Wow, so hard. So hard. You have the hype of 45 years. Put him in there and have him kick everyone's ass. We've been waiting, bro. Some of us have been 7 years old waiting to see it, and now we're 47. Just have him kick people's asses. If you're not going to do that, though, if you're not, then commit to the big risks. Do the crazy things. Don't do like the last Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is so fucking... It's like they want to make a Marvel movie, and it's not quite the same, because Marvel, it's like, bro, we're just happy that all these people are here wearing their silly fucking costumes and fighting together, because no one ever thought that we would get 10 years of lead up to this. But Star Wars, you have 50 years of lead up. So either do the big risk or give us exactly what we want. Don't do this halfway bullshit, at least to me, at least in my...
You're selling me. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that Mandalorian finale. I thought it was so cool. And I was like, great. Yeah, bro. I'm not... You see the Star Wars Visions trailer? It's like it's 9 Star Wars tales made by Japanese studios. So it's like anime Star Wars that'll be on like Disney Plus, and you're looking at it and there's like a fucking girl and she's got like 6 arms and 6 red lightsabers, and the lightsabers are like wrapping up the other lightsaber, and guys are stopping beams, and someone's going to slash someone with a lightsaber and he's not catching it with his hand, the Force is catching it, and you're like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, just do all the cool shit then. If you're not going to take that crazy risk or commit to like the good and the bad being flipped on their head, then just do all the crazy cool shit that I just wouldn't even imagine, because I'm not a crazy Japanese artist or some shit. But that Star Wars Visions, you guys should check out the trailer at some point.
That does sound cool.
It is neat. It's very cool. And that's like, it's like anime. So there's like a lot of yelling in it. You don't like get that in Star Wars. You never get people like charging, screaming, holding their lightsaber. You know, they're always like trying to be
all have too much class.
Yeah, exactly.
They're exactly kind of like royalty, or I guess samurais.
But when I started to watch Star Trek after Star Wars, you spend your whole life like, or I did, being like, Star Wars is for idiots. Star Trek is for smart people. You know, like it was like this mentality you have, and then you're like, oh, they're entirely different things. But I still have the comparison in my brain. I look at it and I'm like, bro, I look at all the problems Star Wars has. Like the Emperor is running a whole... I'm like, bro, please let Picard have one conversation with Palpatine. We'll get this all sorted out. Like literally have Palpatine in his office having some Earl Grey tea. Let them talk. and you're good. You're good. Like, he's literally just that guy. And people always like, yo, Palpatine will fucking, and he's like, he's not going to do anything, because if shit gets really crazy, maybe Q will come in and be like, man, you do a favor for me and a favor for you. Some shit, like, who knows what. But, like, I'm just like, like, Picard to me is like such a superhero in the realm of like realism and realistic, but also on the supernatural aspect, where I'm like, I would trust him having a conversation with the darkest Sith Lord that has ever existed. Like, they can converse and figure something out.
You need that.
Where
You
everyone's
Talk
happy.
about Star Trek. Do you want to go, Kyle?
I was going to say you need that Patton Oswalt thing from Parks and Rec, where Thanos uses the reality stone from the gauntlet to merge realities between Star Wars and the Marvel universe. Like, get all of that shit cooking together.
Yeah.
When you say Star Trek is the Picard universe, and it is, but Star Trek is different than that too, because it is now the swashbuckling, skydiving, base jumping, gravity defying, motocross riding, UFC fighting show too. Like, they're always like, oh, we've got a real problem down there in the mining colony. Is anyone good at base jumping and trampolines and motocross? Because
there's a reason they're not.
skill set that's going to solve this.
Well, I mean, all that got canceled, right? They're not making any more of those. And now it's about being as woke as possible.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
What am I missing? What's
Star Trek Discovery? There's 3 Star Trek shows in the air right now. Me and Taylor talked about this on PKA.
I don't know shit. Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 Star Trek shows on air right now.
Picard, Discovery, and Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And Lower Decks is the best of them. It is animated.
Where are they?
Yeah, Lower Decks is anime, like Family Guy on Star Wars vibes, kind of. And Picard is about Captain Picard, and a lot of people are choked because they've kind of like shat on the legacy that people expected of it.
Yeah.
Because
Where do you find them?
CBS is where I watch Picard and.
But here's the thing: Discovery, I think that they're on mine. I think Discovery is like. See, I don't want to bash the movies Discovery. Because I'm still entertained, but it's nothing like Next Generation. You want to know what the closest show to Next Generation is? The Orville, which was a comedy show. The Orville on Fox is exactly like Next Generation, except it's funny. But it's the same costume designers, set designers. I was on that set. It's all the same. It's literally Next Generation, but written by and starring Seth MacFarlane.
What were you doing on the set?
It was like a thing where like they paid me to go and be like, yeah, the show's coming out. Look, I'm on set. Okay, bye. It's on Thursday. So it was like one of those things. But the show's amazing. It's literally, if you like Next Generation, it's right there. It's so good. Such a good show. But like Discovery, like they got to make it so interesting for people. They're trying to like they just try hard. Like the movies tried hard. But I also can't hate the movies because you know what got me into watching Next Generation was the first trailer for the first Star Trek movie came out, where the kid is like in his dad's sports car and he's ripping past that future motorcycle, and then he jumps out of the car and the car goes off the cliff and crashes, and he's like, "My name's James Tiberius Kirk," and I was like, "Oh, sick, J.J. Abrams. He's really good at getting people hyped about things." So like he got me so hyped about Lost, I watched till the end. So like I saw this and I was like, oh, this is sick. So I'm gonna go watch Star Trek because I don't know shit about Star Trek. And I was like, and I should, as you know, as a cool ass big dick sci-fi nerd like myself, I should be up to date. And I started to watch Star Trek and I fucking hated it. I was like, this is so fucking dumb. I'm skipping to Next Generation. And I've gone back. I cannot watch Star Trek. I think Star Trek is so bad. I don't vibe with it one bit. But then I watched Next Generation, and it was hard. And like we brought this up, Kyle, I think just when you were streaming, or whenever when he got the beard. Once Riker got the beard, I was like, now we're going. Now the show is good.
But
it was great.
Deep Space Nine. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched some Deep Space Nine, and I like it. It feels different. It's different, but it's the same. But it's different. Yep. It's so different, but it's so the same.
They got it right.
Yeah, and then Discovery is like it's like a new show. Like it's like people can love Star Trek Discovery and maybe just hate every other Star Trek show, and I wouldn't be surprised. Or there could be people that like Star Trek and are also like, yeah, I like Discovery also because it's Star Trek and it exists.
Does the cast follow the same like insanely diverse, equal men and women formula?
Well, it's like a lot of people that I see, like when the clown Discovery, they'll talk about the characters. There's like one, speaking of plot armor, like the main character of the show, she's like the sickest. She is like the sickest person. She's just like one of those people that are just super awesome, and like you're never worried for her.
So sick as in she's fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
like sick, bro, like Korn,
Yeah,
music,
all right.
1999, like sick, the sickest. She's just like so. There's just people that are like aspects to the show where it's also like the concept is like high action. Like, whereas like Star Trek, sometimes they'll be like, oh, someone comes over, which, Professor Exposition, and she's like, there's a planet down there where they have this thing, and the thing about this planet is you can't have they don't wear pants on the planet, and then this other moon over here, they have all these pants, and we don't know what we're going to do with the pants, and then you kind of stop, and it's just 5 minutes into the episode, and now the exposition that they brought up, you're kind of like, oh, damn, what would I do? Now I'm excited to see how Picard handles it, because to me, this guy has established himself as this awesome dude that really makes the right decisions. And then you get Picard, where everyone's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Episode 1 was like, oh, fuck that guy. And you're like, what? Oh, well, I guess it's a show, so it has to be like, fuck that guy, because if he's the best, then we're like, what's the show? And I'm sometimes just like, can't we just have the sickest guy? Like, can't we just get that? Not like a new up and coming, but a person who has been established. And I don't get mad when they have like, strong female leads or anything like that. I'm totally cool with it. But like, I do like when my people are respected to an extent. Like, Luke Skywalker, when he was on that random planet in episode 7, I was like, I wonder why. And as things played out, I was like, okay. As the whole thing, I was like, oh, you guys didn't know what you were doing with it. But when I have my characters held to a high regard, it's okay if they're ass kickers. It's okay if they have the answers. It brings me to Halo. If I just talk about Halo for a second, I'll somehow tie it back to this. Okay, when I played Halo, my buddy was like, yo, what's so good about this game? And I was like, it's you versus like 10,000 aliens. And it's just you. And it kind of like applies to Doom also. You're just like, you're the guy. You fucking kill it. But not necessarily the newest Doom. There's no progression. You're not unlocking new techniques. There's no new skills. You're not in level 1 and you can't fight level 20 until you're level 20. You're ready to go. You have everything at your arsenal. You fucking kill it. Splinter Cell was like that too. Splinter Cell Blacklist. It's like you didn't have to wait to be like, well, now that you leveled up, you can use this guy. No, you got every fucking super spy gadget. And I know I'm going to kick this level's ass. I know I'm going to kick it, but how I kick it is the game. And I like that. Like, it doesn't always have to be like this tale of progression, the hero's journey. Like, no, bro, he's the hero. It's established. Now let's put him in situations and see how he would handle it and make that interesting. It doesn't always have to be that same like that climb. That climb where, yeah, exactly. It's always got to be a comeback. No, it doesn't. He's the guy. He's the king. I came here to watch the king fucking kill it. I want to see Picard fucking just doing his thing. But instead, it's like, it's got to be a drag. You got to drag it back. That's the show.
What shows are like, does the guy just hit the ground running and he's awesome from the day you meet him? Miami Vice?
Miami Vice? What?
I went old school on you.
What year is it?
Be a good show? There must be a good show that we all like, where it's like, yeah, that guy's like right off the bat, he's not fucking around. He's just going right into it. I'm sure there are movies too. Like, you know what movie was like that? Dread. Fucking love the movie Dread.
Yeah.
Starts off, he's on his motorcycle. He's fucking speeding. He handles these guys, handles business. He gets into the building. The fucking fake judges come. He handles them. He does it all. Like, he fucking kills it. I love Dread. If Dread came out a year after it came out, it would have been just as hot as all the Marvel shit right now.
It's so fucking good. It's fucking good. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't own a ton of Blu-rays, but that's one of them where I was like, I've rented this shit 3 times now. We're just gonna have to order the Blu-ray because we're gonna save money in the long run. Because I watch it all the fucking time. It looks so good.
Yeah, it is. I love it. It's amazing. And Cersei's in it.
Yeah, Cersei's in it. Carla Urban in it. So you got a Game of Thrones character and a Lord of the Rings character.
You hear that, you fat fucking dummies? Dread, you haven't seen it yet, you fat idiot? Put it on your list. There you go. Yeah.
It's really good. I love it. I like Carl Urban. He's in Star Trek too.
And yeah, that's right. And he didn't want to go into Star Wars, even though they offered him, because he didn't want to be in both. He said, I can't be in Star Trek and Star Wars.
What? That's far too much money and success. No, thank you.
Well, I met him once at Comic-Con, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I fucking love, there was a show called Almost Human where he was a cop with a guy, his partner was a cyborg, an android, incredible. It's the future, and his partner is a robot. He hates robots, kind of vibe, but it's great. There's only 6 episodes. It was incredible. And I was like, I love it. He's like, no way. Yeah, I just got I'm like, we take a picture? He's like, yeah, sure. We take a picture, and I'm like, oh, Star Trek. Yeah. He's like, yeah, thanks. I'm like, and bro, I got to be honest with you. I saw Doom in theaters 3 times. And he was like, now you're lying. Give me your phone. I'm going to delete the picture. Totally joke. And I heard
Doom was awful.
I heard they're doing. Yeah, I did. It was, but I just wanted to see that first person scene when I was stoned in like 16. And he's apparently, I think they're doing a Dread TV show on Amazon, by the way.
I hope so. I've heard those rumors.
I'll
help crowdfund that shit. If you start a Kickstarter or something, I'll throw a couple $100 in because I want it so bad. I'm a big fan of that shit, man. I really like it.